Everybody, it's Gary. We want to make some more tangible content of like how to. I am not the most how-to person, even when I do my own stuff. But you know, obviously there's so many people that I'm working with on my team, and Tan and Elliot working on TikTok are gonna walk through now some how-to. For me, my added value to the how-to, which I think is a commodity but important, thus we're making this video, is understanding the macro, which is you're gonna see some how-to, but think about the culture that's happening in the platform. Think about what's consumed. Listen to see what's happening. Then you'll come up with ideas. Listen, then ideas, and then what Tan and Elliot will talk about here. So here's a little how-to in TikTok.
What's up guys, my name is Elliot and I'm gonna give you some hacks on how to get started with TikTok, so let's do it. One of the biggest things in creating TikToks for Gary is finding trends but not conforming to them. So what we really like to do is find really popular TikTok trends that are on the come up before they're ultra popular and find a way that Gary's message can fit into that in a cool way without completely conforming to the trend in its entirety.
My biggest tip is something's trending, don't do exactly that. Take the trend and interpret it into your world, right? If I'm selling baseball cards right now and there's some sort of challenge, I'm incorporating the cards or the wine or the marketing or the thing. So taking control of TikTok instead of it taking control of you. If you're, you know, a lemonade stand seller or you sell ice cream or you're a lawyer, too many think they're forced into having to figure out how to dance instead of understanding that dance trend needs to be formed into what you do as a dentist.
So a big first step in how I create videos is I like to go find creators that I like and see how they structure their videos. So I'll kind of pull one up, I'll jot down some notes on how they're starting it, how they're ending it, how their story is flowing, maybe how they utilize text, how they're utilizing audio. I would just like to go and break down what I think is working and test stuff for myself. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through the process of making a TikTok video and kind of how to structure it, how to add your text in, how to use your audio, the whole 9 yards. Let's do it. So first up is utilizing text. So text seems pretty simple in TikTok, but it takes a little bit of time to get used to on how you like adjust the timing. So usually what I'll do is I'll type my text out. So let's say like top 5 hats. I don't know, we're gonna go ahead and put that in a color block, add a color. I usually typically do white for the starter. And then here's kind of a little bit of a confusing part. You tap the text, go to set duration. What I usually like to do is have it start like a few frames after the beginning. So like it really emphasizes and pops out for the person watching the video. So usually I just go right here, drag the start to a little bit after I start talking, and then drag the end to wherever I want it to disappear. Next up, we'll go over the audio settings. So usually with audio, I like to go through my For You page, check out some really popular creators, see what audios that they're using and trends that they're using, and I'll add that to my favorites list. And when you add that to your favorite list, it's super easy to just go right back in, go to search, go to your favorites, and here I have all of my saved sounds that I have that are trending right now, and essentially all you have to do is press play, press the little check mark, and boom, you can go in here and adjust your volume of the added sound, adjust the volume of your actual voice, and you can even actually go over here to the little trim icon and adjust what part of the audio that you want to use. It's really helpful. And last thing I want to show you guys is the effects. So the effects is a really great way to play on the TikTok trends and really just emphasize what you're talking about. So a lot of times people use the green screen effect, so all you have to do is press the create button down at the bottom and go over to the effect library. So there's tons of trending effects you can use. You'll probably see a lot of them in your For You page, but I typically love to stick with the green screen one. They perform pretty well and you can really emphasize what you're talking about. So I'll click on the green screen, boom, tap away. You can actually go right here and swipe through all the pictures you want to use. So let's say, for example, I want to use this. Here's a picture of me. And you can just start recording, talk about what you want to. It's super cool.
Hey, it's Tan. I'm gonna go over repurposing content for TikTok and also how Team Gary Vee edits on Premiere. The first thing I look at is understanding what people are talking about. I live and die on the Discover page and the For You page. When I click on the Discover page, I'm looking at current trends. More importantly, I'm actually watching all the videos to see what kind of trends they are and how Gary's content can fit into that conversation. One of the most important part is looking for how recent the videos are posted on that trend. In this case, we're gonna look at the how-to trend. From there, actually hop on to search.garyvaynerchuk.com or youtube.com/GaryVee to search for specific videos. I'm looking for content, for example, how to find sports cards or how to sell sports cards online. When I'm watching these long form videos, I'm looking for sub 6 second moments where I really physically want to be in that room. And from there, I'll cut it. Next, I'll open up Premiere. I'll make sure that it's 1080 by 1920. I'll use the TikTok creative guide so that way all my text, emojis, and GIFs are inside the frame. One tip and trick is I use Photoshop files to create the text so that way it looks native. And the cool thing about Photoshop and Premiere is you can drag the Photoshop file into Premiere and it works. A couple of tips and tricks. I really focus on the first 3 seconds. Am I telling the audience why they should watch it or what's useful or entertaining about this video? I'll make sure that I title it in a way where people understand what is exactly going on.
P.S. Before you get out of here, leaving comments at scale, and not spam like follow me, but like literally consuming 150 posts and then leaving a comment with your 2 cents on it is a very big deal on TikTok.
So that's the quick start guide for TikTok. I hope you guys learned something.
If you enjoyed that and you got value from it and it's something you think I should double down on, please leave a comment and let me know what you got out of it. And do you want to see more content like this from our universe? Hope everybody's super well.
All right. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to another episode of Just Longer. I mean, what did you think about that Gary Vee's video? I thought that was awesome. I mean, we can't hear you.
Sorry. I forgot to click on it's always everything I do.
This is, guys, this is our 43rd episode or something. I can't remember, but we're always effing the start, okay? So just so you know, you can be on 43rd, still far away from 100, and still not improved. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Let us know if you are online. This is our 40 God knows what episode. So welcome, Popcorn family. Welcome, LinkedIn family. Welcome, Facebook family. Welcome, YouTube as well, right?
We're talking about we're talking about the video just now, right? So I was looking at this. God, I really need to work on my TikTok, man.
You really need to work on your TikTok, right? The good thing is, hi. So nice to see you guys again. Yes, and so nice to see Haley again. Angela is online. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say was, I mean, watching that video, I realized that I am spot on. All these stupid videos I do, and I take other people's content and I kind of skew it towards popcorn. Mm-hmm. I am on trend kind of thing. So I got to do more of that. So
you should trademark you as a queen of repurpose.
Really? Yeah. And how I change it, right? Okay. So anyway, we're excited to have you guys. Who's in the house? Let us know in the comment section. And you guys know that today is about TikTok. And we're actually going to cover WeChat as well. Since we have a WeChat TikTok marketing, we're going to cover both. Okay. We are going to go to China. So those of you who want to go to China, this is your chance. Ask us all the questions you need because it's only once that we have an expert in the house. Yeah.
You want to say something, before the show, I was actually checking out WeChat. I think WeChat is one scary device, man. It is a super powerful.
It is so scary that I think it's so freaking awesome. I mean, thinks it's scary. I think it's freaking awesome. Of course, I only see the positive in things, and I think it's so awesome. In your hands. That's why Facebook is like, how do we say it in Malay? We say tergugat keimanan. How do you say that in English? I mean, hi Reka, thanks for joining in. Welcome.
I mean, like, after I look at WeChat, it's like, Facebook is nothing, man. So
of course. Why do you think he's making such a big fuss in the States? Because he doesn't have control over a lot of things. WeChat is like, today we're going to give you the lowdown and stuff because we ourselves don't know. Okay, so today's episode is going to be freaking awesome because I love TikTok. I know a lot of people think it's shallow, but I don't. I think it's freaking awesome. And I'm surprised that there's fixed beliefs about TikTok. So let us know what your fixed beliefs is. I mean, for the longest time, a lot of people think it's for young kids and you need to know how to dance. Even Amin says it. You need to know how to dance. You got to dance like 6 times a day for you to be a TikTok influencer. I don't know why my sound of him sounds like drunk, but
I never said that you have to dance 6 times a day. Okay. So you need to create as much content as you can for TikTok. That's what I say.
Yeah, okay. And then of course there's people who say stupid, it's bodoh, whatever lah kind of thing. What are your thoughts on TikTok? I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's underrated. I also think that a lot of brands don't know what to do with it. They're like Jen.
Yeah, that one I agree. Totally agree.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
we're gonna find out, but let us know what you guys think about TikTok. Do you think it's for you? What and why are you already on TikTok creating content? Or if you're not, what's stopping you? What's your biggest challenge with TikTok? I just want to share some data. I did some research, and number one, I know it's not just for young kids anymore. 2/3 of the worldwide users are under 30. When just a couple of years ago, in fact, just last year, I think it was like 16 to 24. And then types of content has evolved. We're talking like hair raising Parker moves, remixes of popular memes. We're talking do you know that Washington Post is doing very well on TikTok?
On TikTok? Are you serious?
Yes. Washington Post, you got it. And today I just saw a post where Irfan Khairi, the millionaire coach, gave a talk about TikTok and how to create content on it, which Samantha went on. Samantha, if you're in the house, let us know. So so the kind of content is just, there's all sorts, there is one common denominator, it's comedy. So maybe that scares a lot of businesses. Like, how do I be funny? It doesn't go with my brand. You know what I mean? Here's another thing that I love. Local tribes, but global reach. It is borderless. You can have a college kid from LA and a street kid from Delhi, each having an equal shot at going viral. I'm about that kind of thing. And then, of course, during the lockdown, it was the only social media that thrived because it was creativity. And here's the beautiful thing that I love, because I'm doing all this research. Apparently, there's no need for filters. Unlike IG, TikTok is the social media network for ordinary people. They're the type you encounter in school and at work. It's a rejection of Instagram, which is highly polished to achieve that contrived aesthetic, that perfect magazine Vogue look kind of thing, So it's like an island free from, the most negative or toxic aspects of the internet culture. I mean, that's what it's saying. It's a throwback to the early days of internet. It's full of camaraderie, free of trolls. And the most popular comments are encouragement, celebrating cross-culture exchange, body positivity, and diversity of thought. That's what I'm reading, but I have no idea what that means. We got to speak to the expert, but it sounds like social media heaven.
Out of all the info that you said just now, the one that gets me the most is the 2/3 of worldwide users are under 30. That's like your future clients.
Exactly. If they're not current, they are your future. And this is why we want you guys to start listening to this, because this is your future and we want to get you prepared so that you don't be another Nokia. Okay. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, cool. Rika says she has no idea what to do with TikTok. Yes, me too. But I kind of do, but then I'm not doing it. So that's my other story. Okay, so before that, before we introduce our speaker, let's take a look at what's happening in the whole popcorn verse. And this time, if you're tuning into Popcorn for the first time, just to share with you, we are in the business of building Southeast Asia's business influencers. So if there's something that you guys want to position yourself in, then we've got a couple of resources for you. First and foremost, we've got our Facebook group. It is called, what is it called, Amin?
It's called LinkedIn Authority.
Awesome. And this is where we go live every Monday at 8:30 for our trainings, and we teach people how to build your authority and a profitable business on LinkedIn. And we've been doing videos. The trainings that we've been doing has been the 9 pillars to build your authority, impact, and income. And then we also covered the 10 times growth secret for LinkedIn. Actually, you know what? If you don't want to go on LinkedIn, but you still want to be like a social media, you want to be like an influencer, then definitely come and join us in that group. Okay.
Yep.
And what are we doing on Monday? Do we know what we're doing on Monday, I mean, out of curiosity?
It's a secret.
It's a secret. So if you want to be part of this, just come and join the group. It's free. Make sure you answer the question, or otherwise our cheap chatbot from God knows where is going to reject you. Make sure you answer the question. And we have live trainings every Monday, and it's a secret one, so it's going to be good. All right.
Basically, just to summarize what Nina said is that we go live every Monday and talk, and we actually give like high-level conversation about LinkedIn. That's it.
Yes.
So if you want to have like the good stuff, come in the group. We will talk about that every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Okay, so which is like totally different from what we're covering here.
Okay. And also to support the learning about how to position yourself as a business influencer, we create content where we like today, which is just Langa, where we interview the who's who of the content creation industry, entrepreneurs and stuff like that. So what's happening next week is we're going to be talking to a guy called Andrew Stotts, and we're going to look into the 6 ways to lose your money and 6 strategies to win it. This is going to be interesting because this guy started a podcast. He sort of pivoted his business from providing institutional and high net worth investors with ready to invest stock portfolios and to teaching and guiding a community of investors on how to grow their investment during the pandemic. So he basically pivoted. Exactly. So how did he do it? From managing private clients to sort of shifting, and he has his own podcast as well. So you want to tune in next week, especially if you're interested in podcasting. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about how you can lose your money or what not to do to lose it. And then we're also going to talk about him and his business kind of thing. Okay. So so that is what's happening this week. But today, we are going to be talking about why you need to be on TikTok, even if it's not for you. So if you guys are ready, then let's just log on with it.
Intro video.
Popcorn.
All right, welcome back. I'm just reading the comments, and guess what? Pauline's cat has a TikTok. What the heck? I mean, we're so behind. We need to have a TikTok. And after we speak to our speaker, we're definitely going to have a TikTok. Lucky Lysander, welcome.
So what's going to happen tonight is that after this, everyone's pet will have a TikTok, is it?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, you know what that means? My chicken needs TikTok. Okay. Anyway, welcome back, Popcorn family. I am Nina.
And I'm Amin. Welcome to the 43rd show. Season 2, episode 6. Yay!
There you go. That's how many episodes we are at. Now, this is where we cover the latest on content creation, social media, entrepreneurship, and tech to help you guys position yourself as business leaders and industry authorities through content creation. In other words, we are building Southeast Asia's business influencers by building your authority, impact, and income on social media. So if this is something that excites you, then join us. Join our cult.
Come and join our cult. Come, guys. We're available on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook.
You know what? I think that next time I'm gonna put your head there because you already have less hair, right? So we'll do that.
No, you can just change the face, though.
Exactly. I think put your face there. I think that's cheap way of marketing, kind of thing. Because we need money to go further, kind of thing. Right. So tonight we're gonna be talking about why you need to be on TikTok, even if it's not for you, and we're gonna cover some WeChat tools since we have the WeChat expert in the house, right? So why not? So before
these are like all China social media sites, right?
Exactly.
Cool.
So I'm embracing my China site, which is very minimal DNA, but still got it. Okay. So if you're joining us for the first time, our episodes are very chillax and organic. If you have any comments or questions whatsoever, please let us know in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. And then also, if you're tuning in for the first time, what do they need to do with the StreamYard thing?
Yes, if you're tuning in for the first time, what you need to do is that you need to allow StreamYard to give you permission so that we can see your name on the comments. If not, we will not be able to see it.
Feature you. Can you show an example of us featuring someone?
Yeah, I can't do that. But what you can do is that you can go to streamyard.com/Facebook, right? And allow StreamYard to just give the StreamYard permission. That's it. Just follow the guide. It should be very
awesome.
easy.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So tonight, who do we have in the house? Our guest tonight has been focusing on WeChat and TikTok marketing, brand promotion for years. And she's gained extensive practical experience in using WeChat and TikTok, not only in Singapore, but globally as well. Now, to date, her experience includes practical cases of using WeChat and TikTok for marketing and brand promotion in Singapore, including E43, AIA, Propnex, Scoot Airlines, Singapore Fly, Maybank, and many more. So she's helped hundreds of local and international companies to leverage on WeChat for marketing and branding to local new immigrants, as well as Chinese tourists and potential customers in China. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WeChat and TikTok marketing expert, E43 Asia Head of Sales, Xiao Saunders. Xiao, welcome.
Welcome, Xiao. I'm just gonna do this. That's our normal thing.
Well, never seen that welcome before. Well done.
Okay, Xiao, first things first, I want to say thank you because you are actually not what's that word, joining us online from your house. You're actually, where are you right now?
Actually, it's my first night taking my parents and my children on the cruise. So
Well, there you go. You're like our first guest who's doing
not
a
on the
live.
land, right?
I know,
Yeah.
and you are going on a cruise to nowhere, right? Which is international waters.
Yes.
Because normally that's what.
That's the only
okay.
thing you can do in Singapore nowadays is get on a cruise to nowhere and then pretend you're on a vacation. Then you get back to the same place, and then children are happy. They're just happy packing and unpacking.
Yeah,
Which is
exactly. The cool thing is you get to woohoo. You can go to the cart deck and do some stuff. Anyway, that's a different story. We'll hear from that another time. But yeah, could you share with it? Let's start with the basic. Let's start with you and how you got to where you are today. How did you get started to doing what you do?
So basically, I am just I came to Singapore when I was 17 years old with a scholarship which offered by Singapore government. I really appreciate that. But if you are a student from China, you have no choice of what kind of subject you can choose. So I was forced to learn manufacturing engineering, and I absolutely hated every single bloody day, every day, not just one day, but every day for the whole uni time. And I tried to change my major for a few times, but I was rejected because they, do you want your scholarship? And they say, yes. Do you want to be a permanent resident right after you graduate? I say, yes, I do. And then go back to your class. I say, sure, no problem. Then the moment I graduate, and then I work in an engineering company for 3 weeks and 1 day. The reason I worked there for 3 weeks is that's a whole process of PR. So after 3 weeks, I know I'm secure for 5 years. And then I told my boss, I'm so sorry, I should have told you earlier, but I just couldn't. But I really just need a PR, and I just hated it every single day. And then since I was 18 years old, I realized I just don't want to work in McDonald's or Burger King for $5 an hour forever. So I quit all of these part-time jobs, and I focus on learning piano. So I basically taught myself in English, and then with books. At that time, YouTube is not that popular. And I couldn't afford the piano classes. So basically, I really learned everything on my own, and I managed to translate all the Chinese thing I learned in music into English, and I passed the ABRSM grade 8 exam. And
Piano,
it was amazing.
Practical
it was
theory,
amazing,
right?
because I only learned piano for 3 years back in China. Like if I live in China, no parent will hire engineering major student to teach their kids. But in Singapore, not that many piano teachers out there. So I make pretty good money. And then since I was the richest kid in the school, because nobody else is, everybody else is in banquet and then or McDonald's. But I get paid a lot more each hour. So I was pretty happy with that. And I performed in Esplanade 3 times as well, just to boost my profile. But really, my whole motivation is just that makes money. I don't play piano nowadays at all in my leisure time at all. But I force my daughter to do so. I just tell her, if you don't want to work in McDonald's in the future as a part-time, I'm the typical tiger mom. And then when I graduate, I know that I'm more meritable today than tomorrow. So my full time is finding a husband as soon as possible. Very traditional Chinese way. That's the most stable, recurring income can be in my life. So, and then so my part time is teaching piano, so I don't suffer from hunger. I can pay the rent, and then dating takes shitloads of time and energy, that. So like, I can have like 8 coffees a day. I was like, shit, I don't need that much coffee. But it's just, so I think that helps me with building my sales. Like, my pipeline is like this, and then end of the day, how many people are serious? And then, I just need to find one victim for 50 years. One.
Okay. One victim.
And then
this is
one
your
victim
strategy.
is not easy to find. Yeah, that one is not easy to find. With the character as me, most guys are afraid of, like, I'll eat them alive, which I would if they don't listen. So I met my husband when I was 22 years old. Then he was, at that time, of course, a boyfriend. And then yeah, 15 years later, everything is still pretty good. Every day I woke up, I said, oh, I'm the luckiest woman on the planet to marry him. Like, he's a saint. He's a saint to handle me, you know. Like, in Chinese, in China, sometimes when you get married, and then the girl's parents will ask for some money from the guy's family, and then my mom like slightly mentioned, I say, Mom, you should pay him $10,000 to marry me, you know. And my mom said, you are absolutely right. Just go for it, you know. Yeah,
you know what? Everything you say resonates with me, because I think I need to pay. My parents need to pay him, my boyfriend, for
exactly
wanting to be with me. So I understand.
Exactly.
Okay, and then what happened?
Exactly. And then daily rate but plus interest, you know, like the longer marriage is supposed to pay him more.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to pay him every day, actually, you know. But
Okay.
yeah, so he's British, and we met in a running club. So people say, how did you meet? I say, basically chase after my ass, which is true. Like when we running, and he was like run. He pretend like coincidentally, like, oh, hey, how are you doing today? And then say, yeah.
It was
but
all
then-
a strategy. Okay.
It's that strategy, and I didn't let him hang in there long as well, because I know that there's 500 million Chinese women out there. Somebody has the balls to chase after his ass, so I have to move very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Then
it.
I managed to like, we dated for a while, and then I said, okay, you know, like, I'm more marriageable today than tomorrow. What you want to do? And then he said, okay. He said, shut up. Just can we just date? And then he said, let's just engage. I'll give you an engagement ring, and then that's as a deposit. So can we just peace and quiet and dating? And then we dated for a while, and then we engaged, and then we married, and then quickly I just want children, and like now 2 kids. They say, what else do you want? I say, no, nothing else I want. I'm done. And then you can have your peace now. So
Okay. So how did you
too much
get
story about
into?
husbands, right?
Yeah. So how did you get from there to TikTok? How did this come? The TikTok and the
Exactly.
WeChat come in?
So after I had my number 2 child, I was very looking for something that I could exercise, and so much fun as well. So I get heavily involved with this belly dance studio, which is the biggest belly dance studio in Singapore. And the owner is also from China, and she's a legend. So she also been forced to study engineer as well. Like none of us liked it. And then she's been forced all the way to PhD as well. So she got a scholarship. She's smart, and then PhD halfway, and then she went for a belly dance show, and then she decided she want to be a belly dancer from now on. Then she opened a studio. She had to pay a lot of money for the government because she break the bond. So she opened the studio, and I dance there, and I do yoga there, and I was like, this is interesting. So they engaged me as a COO for the dance studio called Desert Roses for 5 years. That's my step 1 to get into the fitness industry. And then because both my business partner and I, we're from China, and you know, listen to this numbers very carefully. almost 20 years ago, when I came to Singapore, the population of Singapore was 3 million, and now it's 5.6 million. So out of that 2.6 million, Singapore government require Chinese ratio is 75%, and that is that is a requirement. And then Singaporean birth rate is low. It's we're one of the lowest together, like Japan. Where are they from? They're like me. We're from China. We don't get on Facebook. Our Facebook get hacked all the time. And then when they want to do some exercise, when they go to Fitness First or True Yoga, whatever, they break their back because they don't understand what the teacher is talking about. So we found our niche market is we only target people on WeChat. At that time, there's no TikTok yet. So we only target people on WeChat. We only write articles in Chinese, and then we only we only accept people speak Chinese in our studio. So the business went really well. We grew from 100 members to 600 members because it's such a safe community. And we grew from 1 studio to 3 studios, and then so that was my first taste of the beauty of WeChat. The conversion rate, people come from WeChat as a trial is 88% because we are the only one on WeChat as a fitness center. And if people come as a Facebook, the conversion rate is 5 to 10%. They just have too many choices out there. And also people don't feel very comfortable with English speaking environment as people from China, and then we create this very safe community, and then only women, because when you have belly dance, you sometimes you can dress sexy. So we tell the girls that you just tell your husband there's no man in the studio. You need his credit card. That's all. And then so that's most important. And we always choose a studio like on the third level of a shop house. Usually it's right above a very famous Chinese restaurant. Eat more and then buy more packages. So that was a good ecosystem.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. It sounds like you really know your customer and then you target it. And from there, you then became what? A WeChat marketing expert, and other brands started wanting to tap into the market. Is it? Is that what happened?
Yeah. So on the WeChat marketing or any sort of marketing, if you don't, you thought this thing would work, but if you don't really throw the real money in, you will never know the result. You never know. That's why people keep on trying different channels and trying different methods. And so we tried like a lot of money in like 10 to 15 different channels on WeChat. 2 or 3 works. And people start asking me which one works. I was like, bloody hell, I risk all my money and then my time to figure out which one works for what kind of which platform works better for what kind of product. Why should I tell you for free? So then I start to join this WeChat marketing company about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And then at that meantime, I also joined E43, and then I grew Singapore from 10 studio to close to 50. And then I'm in charge of whole Asia. And then I'm the only Chinese sales in the whole company. So they really rely on me, my Chinese WeChat and TikTok social media skill to crack into China market, because they only know Facebook and Instagram. Without that, they're crippled, they're handicapped. What can you do? So yeah, then I start to get the reputation for being the niche mutant China girl who sort of knows what she does, and then she's good at bringing the Western brand into China.
Right. Okay. So any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Okay, go on.
I'm super curious right now. What is it about the China market that we don't get?
That a lot of businesses don't understand. Not just for Singapore, but Malaysia as well.
For Malaysia, for the Westerners, what is it that we don't get about you guys?
Everything.
Could you point out certain things which are very distinctive?
Yeah, what would be very distinctive? Yeah.
Basically, at the beginning when I joined E43, I keep on telling them, I said, we need a WeChat official account. And then like people don't understand from HQ. They say, oh, why we need to pay for WhatsApp? I say, bloody hell, WeChat is not WhatsApp. You have no idea. And then it took me a long time to explain what is WeChat about. I say, listen, China people don't trust China people already. If they can't even find you on WeChat, you're not legit. We've been scammed since we were 10 years old. The trust level is very low. So if we can't find you on WeChat with the Tencent HQ give you a little tick, the blue tick to say that you are legit,
real.
We don't trust you to begin with. And to get that tick nowadays, it's getting harder and harder. I have the big companies, I don't want to point out who, the CEOs actually have to hold ACRA from one hand and then hold the passport the other hand and then verify like a criminal with the HQ to get this blue tick to get
blue
passed.
Tick.
And then the HQ will send will ask for your bank your company bank account, not your personal, your company bank account, and then every year they will send like 22 cents and 35 cents to your account. They ask you, how much did I send it to you? They need this business is legit and ongoing, otherwise it will shut you down with no problem. Which Tencent is the biggest gaming company. They don't give a shit about, can I swear? Which I did. They don't give a shit about your advertising money. They do this just to keep the user friendly. Like on Facebook, you see like if you go Facebook whole day, you can see 100 advertising if you want to. But on WeChat Moment, every user only can see 3 advertise a day. That's all. So every morning, I wake up, I don't look at the stock market. I look at the bidding price for WeChat Moment advertised for today. So each city is different. gender is different. Women are more expensive. And then the location is different, like Shenzhen or Shanghai is more expensive. And then and also we every day is different. During Chinese New Year, you have to bid a lot higher to be that top 3 to put the advertise on it. And because WeChat, we have WeChat Pay. So example, Amy has you spend $2,000 a month, and then I can guess you make $3,000 a month. Nina spent $20,000 a month, and I guess she make $30,000 a month. So they made a huge stir in China, like I think last year or 2 years ago. Nina got to advertise on BMW, and you got to advertise for Coca-Cola. You can't fucking afford it. Why I waste my advertising on you? So I think for Facebook, yes, you can tell the demographic. You can, you know what they like, you know their gender, you know their age, but you never know can they afford it or not.
My God, this is crazy.
This is so accurate. This is mind blowing. That's why I get so interested in WeChat and TikTok as well. Like TikTok, they can basically analyze your background to guess you're going to Marina Bay Sands, a 5-star hotel often, or you go to Hawker Center very often. So they know what kind of advertising on you. Like TikTok, we don't have payment.
How do they know? Just wondering, how does the algorithm know that whether I'm a hawker person?
Listen,
or
they know everything about you already. they associate all your expenses, and then all your are you searching for milk powder? They can guess you have children or not. So maybe, if I ask you now, 1 month later, what kind of lunch you're gonna eat, you have no idea. But the algorithm can tell you maybe 3 choices, definitely gonna eat that thing for sure.
Wow.
The big data is quite amazing. So we have like training because WeChat and TikTok function is updating so fast. Even for us, it's hard to keep up. So we have weekly training with Tencent HQ. Sometimes when they train us, they say, okay, you can have this data or that data. Oh my God, is that legal? Like, can we really have that? Example, Mr. Zhang just purchased air ticket from, of course, pre-COVID, purchased a ticket on WeChat from Shanghai to Singapore. And I know when he's coming, right? And I can guess what kind of income he's having. So I can guess I should put him in a Hotel 81 or I should put him at Marina Bay Sands advertise already. And also I can start, does he have children or not? I can analyze 1 month or 2 months what kind of article he reads. And then does he like fitness or he likes eating? We will never push a hot pot advertise to people who don't eat spicy food or people don't like durian. Just don't waste your time to educate them on anything they naturally like, right? So, and then once before he arrived Singapore, he has maybe 3 days. We already give him a lot of options about duck tour, Singapore Flyer, which is one of our clients. And then so once these 3 days are well occupied, I don't care. Your university studio is very attractive. You just don't have time for this anymore. And then it's time to go back.
Okay, hang on. Yeah. Wait a minute. So what I'm hearing is that the AI, the algorithm is so powerful that by the time a customer comes to me, I can have a printed report that reads me and my personality, like, that movie Criminal Behavior Unit, where I can predict and guess what you want and what you want to see. And that saves me money in terms of advertising dollars, right?
Yeah, and very accurate. WeChat knows you way better than your husband or your parents. I'm happy to share you some data. Like
yes. Yep, go ahead. In fact, you have some slides that you can share with us. You guys, if you're listening, let us know where you're at. I'm like blown away. I'm like, this is like every spy movie I've ever wanted, but I'm a marketeer. Thank you. You can start with the deck.
Yeah, we can start asking the questions as well, guys. We're going to start asking all the questions as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys see my PowerPoint?
Yes. Could you stream it up?
Put it up. There you go.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Oh, by the way, can you everybody feel free to press that little cross on your WeChat to add me as a WeChat friend. Just practice, okay? So there's like 3 million Chinese tourists to Singapore. Of course, it's all pre-COVID, and then this is the demographic, and then conversion rate is much higher on WeChat than Facebook. This is how a Facebook WeChat moment looks like, and then it's a how advertise looks like. And so we have 18 tiers, first tiers of tag. So first tier, second tier is all different prices. So you can choose in the education, travel, finance, property, or household, whatever. So usually finance and property is much more expensive because they know they have more money, right? And then you can have the gender, you can choose, and you can choose what kind of mobile they're using. I only target people with Android or iPhone, and they're single or they're married, and then their education level as well. So our client is NUS, National University of Singapore. So we help them to recruit the smart students from Beijing or Shanghai, the top uni kids as well. So why bother to go to all these crappy, universities to find the people you don't need, right? And then of course their interest as well. So this is how we. Oh yeah. So Metro in the center point, in Singapore, they're closing down. So sometimes the discount can be like 90%, which is amazing. But Metro didn't pay us to do any advertise, but we still wrote a whole article about it. The reason being is we say people are lazy. So we say 80% people buy cosmetic, 20% buy shoes, and 30% buy what? When you buy too much, right? Here is the delivery company. And then the first kilo is free and blah, blah, blah. So that's we put advertise like this. And then we have advertised like Jurong. In Singapore, Jurong factory has a had a big fire. So we tell like we made a 3 advertise out of this. First one is online offline fire you can put off with with a fire extinguisher, but how about online? So it's an online security company advertise, first one. And then number 2 is we wrote for AIA, have you bought your fire insurance? And then number 3, curtain. So 75% of the fire is because of the curtain. So this curtain is anti-fire. So we wrote 3 advertise about it. So don't just write advertise, we're the best thing in the world or whatever. You have to connect with the news and then be smart. So look at this. You can choose your category, residential or travel. So travel is much more expensive than residential. Of course, we're all talking about pre-COVID time. So because people come to Singapore to travel, they come to spend money. So they're how to identify who's residential and who's travel. Whoever logging in Singapore continuously for 14 days, we consider them as residential. If they log in less than 14 days, we consider them as travel.
I see.
So and then you can choose a place like Singapore, and then so you can maximum impression per day is 60K for the residential, and then you can choose the gender, you can choose male or female, and then the age as well. So residential, actually look, in Malaysia, there's 2 million WeChat user in Malaysia because before WhatsApp have this function of audio chat, WeChat is the only one have the audio chat function. And then when the gamers, when they met each other online, they want to chat with each other and doing the gaming at the same time. So they always say, do you have a WeChat? So our biggest client used to be a Maybank. So we write all the WeChat for Maybank in English. So this not just for Chinese. We had a client which was Grab. Grab have no. We're writing 16 articles for them every single week. Grab has no market share in China. Why on earth they're throwing money on WeChat? Because they spend so much money on Facebook, Instagram. There's 3 million English speaking, but there's still 2 million, 1 to 2 million Chinese. They will never target if they don't use WeChat.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. So the residential in Malaysia is 2 million, and then the travelers in Malaysia is 68K, and then the travelers, and then blah, blah, blah. In Cambodia, we can always do that. And see, that's a tick. That's a tick you're looking for. So once PropNext is our client as well. So once you click that, you can see the whole ACRA, and that's trustworthy. If I can't see your ACRA, you don't have a tick, I don't believe you.
Okay, that absolutely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then we do Alibaba courses, promotions as well. So yeah. These are not that. Then for E43, and then we have, this is how WeChat advertise look like. So you can target Shanghai CBD. You can even target onto like this 3 building. That's the only building I want to target as well. You can do it at that accurate.
Wow.
And then once you click on that picture, it leads you straight away to the investment website of the official website, so they can fill out their information. Then that's a lead, and then that's how you monetize WeChat. And how many people's WeChat is just like a WhatsApp? It's a chatting tool. But our WeChat and your WeChat looks so different because we're making money from this for years. So every day's impression, it's all on that. So you know if this advertise or this picture is attractive or not. You can change anytime. So that's a beauty of just like Facebook, right? As well. But yeah, I will talk about later the difference of Facebook campaign money spending and TikTok campaign money spending. We learn our lesson the hard way. So so this is how much we spend, like 10,000 RMB, which 2,000 Sing dollar, which is like 6,000 ringgit, and then we get 150,000 impression. And I just need 0.1% of them make inquiry and buy. That's all.
Okay.
So TikTok. Oh, what is this? Okay, this is the TikTok as well. We do campaign on TikTok, and then that's the impression as well. So we spend 2,000 Sing dollars, and then total impression of this as well. So okay, then you can see the data. So the data is Guangzhou, we had how many impression, Beijing, we had how many impression, Shanghai, we had how many impression. And then what kind of age, you can see the age below. So it's most of them between 31 to 40 years old, and then the most of them using iPhone. Let's use Android, and then more male than female. So you have a lot of data. And this is my linking. Feel free to scan. That's for WeChat.
Wow. Okay, hang on. I mean, any questions, guys? Any questions? Let us know. I know you're still speechless. We are still speechless. I don't even know what question to ask next. I'm like, blown
I'm just
away.
like right now. I'm like. Okay, that's what
I don't even think that's the right meme. I'm thinking Amim is too shocked for this.
And I actually have a great video to share.
Yeah, sure.
How powerful is WeChat? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you guys see the YouTube?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Let's see
hopefully there's sound as well. Can you see that?
Okay. We can't hear
there's no
the sound.
Yeah,
there's no sound.
Wait, maybe it's a bit soft?
No, you have to do it again, but then you have to click shut down.
Oh, okay. Let me try. Stream share.
Okay.
No, not share. Where's the stream sound?
Let me just remove it for a while. I'm going to add it back to the stream. Yeah, can you try that again? Share.
Okay, I'll stop sharing and I'll share again. Scream sound. Okay.
Okay,
Or if you have,
Okay.
yeah, okay, let's see.
Can we see?
It's a bit soft.
Right. No worries. How about I send? I'll WhatsApp you the link. You feel
Yes.
free.
You can-
We can
Okay.
share it later.
There's actually a function here called, the
Private chat.
private
can
chat.
give
You
me
can
the
send
link.
it there.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'll do that. I'll do that now.
All right. So
This is my favorite video about WeChat. I think it's quite mind-blowing. It doesn't matter you're washing your dog or in the restaurant or whatever, you are on the app. You are not getting away from the app forever. The average usage for an adult in China is 5 to 6 hours on WeChat every day, because taxi is there, and then and then delivery, everything, dating, there's a shake function. You can date somewhere near you.
it's a super
Okay,
app, they call them. Okay, go on.
I'm going to share it. Yeah. Okay. Here you go.
Yes, please. Thank
Can
you.
Bake them?
Should I stop sharing?
No worries. I'm sharing it already.
Okay, thank you.
If you are sitting in the United States or Europe right now, you've probably never used a Chinese app. But But the reality is, if you want to know how the internet will develop, China, the land once known for its cheap ripoffs, has actually become a guide to the future. You know, the internet is the internet. But for China, the internet is more like an intranet. It's largely walled off from the Western world by this incredibly complex system of filters and blocks that we call the Great Firewall. And basically, the Great Firewall blocks any foreign site the Communist Party doesn't think it can control. So that means there is no Facebook, no Twitter, no Google. Instead, what filled the internet vacuum was a generation of Chinese copycats that have grown into huge companies. So for Google, you had Baidu. For YouTube, you had Youku. For Twitter, you had Sina Weibo. And the list goes on and on. It's almost as if the Chinese internet is a lagoon as an aside to the greater ocean of the internet. And in that lagoon, there are these swamp monster apps that bear some resemblance to the creatures in the ocean, but are mutated in some ways because they evolved in a different kind of environment. But things have started to shift in the sense that before, no one outside of the lagoon really cared about the swamp monsters. But now, all of a sudden, some of the features they've developed are so amazing that Western apps are trying to copy them. And the greatest example of this is WeChat. WeChat is an example of, for lack of a better word, a super app. It's a Swiss Army knife that basically does everything for you. It's your WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, and Uber. It's your Amazon, Instagram, Venmo, and Tinder. But it's other things we don't even have apps for. There are hospitals that have built out whole appointment booking systems. There are investment services. There are even heat maps that show how crowded a place is, be it your favorite shopping mall or a popular tourist site. The list of services goes on basically forever. But it's not the variety of things you can do on WeChat that makes it so powerful. It's the fact that they're all in one app. So why does that matter? Hypothetically, imagine you're sitting at home and one day you notice your corgi is dirty. You open WeChat, hit a few buttons, and a few hours later, a man shows up at your door with some shampoo and a big vacuum. Your dog gets cleaned and he looks great. You take a photo, you share it with your friends, and tag the dog cleaning business. You haven't left the app. Your friend who likes Hello Kitty and works a boring office job is slacking off at work and looking at WeChat. She sees the photo of your clean corgi. She decides she wants her poodle clean. She clicks the tag on your photo and orders the same service. Within seconds, the man with the big vacuum is on his way to her house. She pays him, and he's happy because he got paid instantly on WeChat. She starts chatting with you to thank you. Neither of you have left the app. While chatting, she tells you about a new hip noodle joint. She says, you have to come. It's a schlep, but you accept. She orders food while still at her desk. You order a taxi. She pays for the food. On the way to her house, the man with the big vacuum invests the money he earned from both of you into a wealth management product that's probably a little too risky. Neither of you nor the man with the big vacuum have left the app. Both of you arrive and the app tells the kitchen you're there. Your WeChat profile photo pops up on the wall. It's an old photo from the year you had that weird part in your hair. Of course, she makes a comment. Your food is served. You notice your meat is a bit overcooked, so you snap a photo and post a disparaging restaurant review. You're already on your phone and you remember you still owe your friend money because she paid. You transfer her money. Neither of you, the man with the big vacuum, nor the restaurant, have left the app. At the restaurant, there are no menus, there are no waiters, there is no cashier. There is only WeChat. By rolling so many functions into one single app, it's altered the concept of virality. It's no longer just videos or images or tweets that can go viral. It's a dog washer, noodles, all sorts of companies and products that get the push of a social network. Here in China, that network is 700 million people. Sounds great, right? Well, it is, but using a single app to find a date, schedule an oil change, or notarize a document also enables WeChat to collect a staggering volume of personal data. They know what you talk about, who you talk about it with, what you read, where you go, why you're going there, who's there, how you spend money when you're online, how you spend money when you're offline. The list goes on indefinitely. For advertisers, this is a miracle. It's the combined data of Facebook, Amazon, Google, and PayPal, all in one place. The problem is, all of the data is information Chinese companies are forced to share with the Chinese government, which has a long record of human rights violations and isn't exactly shy about stalking its citizens. So if you're not in China, why does this matter? It matters because we're starting to see a number of Western tech companies attempt to replicate super apps like WeChat. For the companies, it's incredibly powerful. And for you and me, it's a convenient and even transformative technology. But of course, it could also be problematic.
That's it. Is that scary?
That's like scary, but amazing, but scary at the same time. What are you guys feeling? Let us know in the comment section. Welcome, Shamsul. Welcome, Pankaj. Great to have you guys in the house. I mean, are you okay? You're like speechless. You're muted as well. Hang on.
So the amount of power that you have in that app is just amazing.
It is scary. It is scary. But in China, we're pretty used to have no privacy.
No rights.
Since we were born. So it is what it is. And then actually they don't know exactly who you are. They associate you with your WeChat name. So the big data will see what you've done.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. I was going to ask you, how do you guys as Chinese people feel that, all this information is like that? So, So
when you search something on Google, do you see the advertise on your Facebook popping up?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
same thing.
We know.
Same
Yeah.
thing. Nobody's better out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We just need to get used to it. Just the internet knows you better than you know yourself, for sure.
Definitely.
We need to get used to that.
Yeah, so I think our people are still jaw dropped. That's why there's no questions coming in. Their mind is still trying to make sense of things. Angela's,
I think for me, right, it's just I think I'm surrendering to the norm that nothing is private anymore. Yeah.
I agree with Amin. And I also think that we're at this stage in life where, in the old day, you can actually be something that you're not in front of the camera, and then behind you're somebody else. We can't do that anymore. That day has gone and passed because somebody's going to take a video.
Just be real about it, right?
Just be real and be the best version of yourself, and not have double standards, because that's going to bite you in the ass. But I think a lot of politicians don't get that. A lot of maybe horrible corporate people don't get it. So the world is shifting, I would say, right? Okay.
But the good thing is it's good for the people to do due diligence so well when you want to hire someone, when you want to know someone. It's so easy to get to know the person so quickly. So like LinkedIn, like we post our point of views on LinkedIn all the time, so we know we only want to hang out with the people who have the same view. Like by now, I think the whole world would know that I'm pretty harsh. I have no problem speaking my point of view at all. And then I know I piss off people sometimes, but I always believe I'm not a US dollar. Not everybody has to like me. So just remember, the people who agree with your opinion is 50%, and then if somebody is like bitchy like myself, the percentage will be much lower. That is just the fact, and then which is okay. And then probably that's what I learned during my dating days. Like I just need one victim.
Right, exactly. I love that because I think a lot of our students, especially, we're so afraid about what people think that we don't even put out content. Kind of thing,
and then end up like you don't have a voice, you don't have opinion, and then nobody can remember you.
I'm gonna have to say this. Prithpal, who's a Punjabi, he is a Chinese from tonight. Thank you very much, Xiao, for converting us.
I am Chinese from tonight. Oh, welcome. I'll baptize you.
God, Xiao, you're so funny. I love you. I knew from that first LinkedIn message you were the speaker for us. Okay, we've got some questions. I have some questions. Why do I need to be on TikTok, even if if I don't want to? Why does my brand need to be on TikTok?
Confession, I wasn't on I didn't give a damn about TikTok until sometimes 1 or 2 years ago, because
what happened?
First of all, I'm not a teenager. I'm not gonna dance. I don't care about lip syncing. I know if I have 100 million followers, they don't pay bill, and I'm not gonna show my boobs to get 20,000 more people follow me, right?
Yes.
And then until I realized that we can do TikTok campaign, that was the time I get interested in this, and I started to study about the algorithm and then how to help our we're the authorized agent of ByteDance for Southeast Asia.
Yes.
They coach us how to do TikTok marketing accurately, and then we use our experience, what we had with our WeChat, loads of WeChat clients before to actually use on TikTok, and then give ByteDance. We feed them what worked and what didn't work. We had millions and millions of advertising budget went through our hands, so we know which platform or what kind of wording is attractive for people to even click. Yes, call it clickbait, call it whatever, as long as it works. So I always believing that. Since I was 17 years old, when I came to Singapore, I see my classmate buying LV or Gucci wallet because they can't afford a bag. And I was like, that shit doesn't even look pretty. Like Gary Vee said, why you spend so much money to impress the people you don't like? And I told my mom, I said, why people like this shit? I don't understand. And my mom said one thing. My mom said, look, you didn't buy anything from Gucci or LV, but Marina Bay Sands and Orchard Road have really good business without you. Who give a shit about what you like? And I was like, yeah, that's something I remember forever. I don't like dancing. I don't like lip syncing, but who give a shit what I like, as long as this market needs it. And then that reminds me of like 15 years ago when I was teaching piano, the American students were telling me, get on Facebook. I'm not a teenager. I don't care what I missed, right? Same thing. Now the teenager are telling you what you should get on, and then all of that, and then like Clubhouse or something, Clubhouse, that's another thing in China. Clubhouse was when they announced they were banned in China, within 4 days, Clubhouse copycat called 对话嘛 means conversation ma in China app is coming out. Look exactly same as Clubhouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's China for you. Whatever you have, we will copy you, and then we will do it better, and it will cost quarter of the money.
Exactly.
That is China for you. So that was a moment I realized I need to get on TikTok and then get the campaign going. So to help the clients to understand. So I still don't do videos or whatever, because I'm not here to collecting the subscribers. That's not the whole point. It's just like you are on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook, you are on Instagram, and then when you hit on TikTok for 1 month, you're like, oh my gosh, I only have five subscribers, I'm gonna give up. Think about how long it takes you to create your Facebook friends. Nothing comes for free. And then if you want to give up, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's your common client
biggest fear, hesitation about turning to WeChat or TikTok to speak to their customers in Malaysia compared to Singapore, or to speak to their customers?
Turning to WeChat and TikTok to speak to their customers because I think WeChat and TikTok is very complicated and very niche, and it's changing like nonstop. Like I have to learn thoroughly with the HQ, with Tencent about the new function and everything. Not everybody can keep up with it, first of all. And then China people don't trust China people. Foreigners don't trust us, which is totally understandable. It's just we're just scared. We're just scared. And then you need to take so much time and effort to understand the whole thing and make it so niche. And you know what? If everybody can understand WeChat like you guys understand about Facebook, you register your credit card, you spend $50, you can do a campaign, we're out of business. That's why we need us. That's why we can stand here for a long time, because for Facebook, Instagram, you register your credit card, you can get the campaign going. But for WeChat and TikTok, you want to advertise, how? You have to go through an agent. You don't know how. And then they like if you don't even know where to email for Tencent. I want to make it advertise.
Yeah, definitely. You don't. Okay, cool. That sounds so. That's what.
Don't worry about it. You will never learn how to swim if you don't get wet. You probably our favorite clients are the ones get scammed by other WeChat companies already, well educated. They know the beauty of WeChat, but the other, I remember there was a very famous piano shop. They have like 30, 40 shops in Singapore. And that guy was scammed by this WeChat company. They recommend him to build a whole WeChat iShop. Who gonna bloody buy a piano on bloody WeChat iShop. It's a joke. That guy just want to make money from him to establish something he will never use. Then when he comes to us, and then he listen, and then he and then he understand that we for a lot of Facebook company, what I don't like the most is sometimes when they do marketing for you, they sign the contract with you for like 12 months. If the first month or second month you realize it's not working, or the leads you generate is not what I like, you're creating more job for me instead of helping me, I can't cancel you. So in my company, I tell everybody, all the sales and all the writers, and then we have 5 full-time, 5 part-time, all based in Singapore. And I said, when we sell month by month. If this month doesn't work, it's not your cup of tea, no problem. We stop, and then, go back to your Facebook and Instagram, and then you realize maybe I still hit a bottleneck. I don't know what to do. Try another WeChat company, and you come back with us for another month. It's fine. So all our writers and editors are all based in Singapore, and then all women, marry pretty well. Either they're married to a scientist or a very like vice president of. So their pure interest is writing. When people write for money, they don't create good content, I have to say. If you rush them to get 5 articles out within a night, you don't give them time to be creative, they don't really enjoy doing that. These kind of articles cannot possibly go viral. They have no creativity on that. So
I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, no offense to you, Papa. I do believe in that energy that, when you're not doing it for the desperation of it, it's a completely different energy, and it tends to travel because I think the desperation and whatever thing is not there. So that's
how I felt my dates before I met my husband. People smell desperation.
Yeah,
definitely. They can smell that miles away, and then they know that they can manipulate you on top of that. So so we only attract the writers who genuinely love. And sometimes, you know what, when the clients insist, we write a beautiful article about, the feeling, the vibe. Let's say, I remember it was a tea company. And then this guy just insisted, say tea 50% off, like a huge, bold red in the article. And then my writer was so angry with it. She said, I don't want his money. Like, this is such a beautiful article. And then he make it like a bloody Taobao poster. I'm not going to work on this anymore.
Okay, got it. I love it. I love
kind of 1999 and then cool postal, right? Cool postage, that kind of thing. So
and then
so
50% off.
Our editors really have attitude, and then sometimes it's I was like, oh my gosh, like I have attitude, and I have to hold on to it. But I know that they have this urge to show people what they can do, and then usually those articles really touch people's heart. And then when we advertise on the platform, we have like 100,000 of comments.
Okay, Xiao, you have a fan. Yeah, they want you to come back for another episode, because not only are you mind-blowing, but you're hilarious. You're teaching us so much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to like TikTok and WeChat, if you could share with us.
Sure.
Yeah, Haley, why don't you connect with Xiao on LinkedIn? She's a fan. She says she's a fan.
Thank you so much. And then please search me for Xiao Saunders. And I know I have the weirdest name can be. I'm from China. Where the hell is the Saunders from? So I actually 15 years ago when we married, and then my husband asked me, he's Brit, and he says, do you want to take my son? And I said, screw you. Like, why should I? Like, I have the best surname on the planet. Why should I take your surname? And he said, no problem. I'm just asking. And then 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I start doing LinkedIn, and my name is Yang Xiao, and I search, bloody hell, a shitload of Yang Xiao, and then I put Yang Xiao Saunders. I put Saunders at the end, and then my husband said, oh, now you're pretty, you're happy people call you Mrs. Saunders. What happened? You're proud of our family name. I said, nah, people are easier to find me on LinkedIn. That's all, nothing else. And he said, yeah, I'm used again.
There you go.
He's Brit, so people ask me, says, Xiao, will you guys go back to England after you guys retired? And I said, listen up, husband is replaceable, Singapore is not. It's such a nice place. Why the hell am I gonna leave here? like this is the best place for me,
Ever.
for the children, and Anyway, let's go back to TikTok. Next time we share about dating.
Okay, there'll be a special popcorn episode, How to Find a Husband by Design by Saunders. Okay, so that's going to happen in another episode. We've put in your LinkedIn thingy there so people can follow you. We've put it in the comment and chat function as well. Husband is replaceable, Singapore is not. All these comments, it should be memed. Where is Afzan when I need her? Okay, so in terms, if businesses wanted to advertise or to start marketing on TikTok and WeChat, what is it that you guys do? Do you buy ads or how does it work? Could you just give us like a very sort of rundown of what happens?
Sure. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Okay, I'm going to show it again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You can see, right? Okay.
I can see.
I'll go through the PowerPoint and then I'll answer the questions of you later with the numbers. I'm a numbers person, so I would love to give you the numbers. So I have usually these questions people ask. How do I get those advertised on TikTok showing on the opening screen? When you click on the TikTok app, and then there's advertise on the opening screen. People don't know how to buy them most of the time, and then how much is it to push advertise the right consumer screen? And usually people ask me, how much should I spend on the advertise campaign? I will see a result. So that is a common SME owners question, because we are not like Nike or Adidas have shitloads of money to burn for the brand awareness. When we spend 2,000, we want to see 20,000 returns. And how to calculate the algorithm. And the apps ranking is going up. We don't have to talk about. That's why you guys get me on the show for, anyways. So this is how fast we're growing the users. So short videos. Next time I can talk about the new short video function created by WeChat, and which personally I think will be the next TikTok as famous or even more. To be honest,
that is interesting. Okay.
Yeah, WeChat has actually they want to fight against with TikTok. They actually created more than 10 or 12 kinds of apps or short videos mini program. None of them worked. This one is working. So I'm happy to share.
And what is it called?
Next time. It's called WeChat Channels.
WeChat Channels. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's still under beta
testing.
What's that called? China Girl is no good. Beta testing. So not everyone has that function just yet, but we need to prepare for it. Once they are ready to sell the campaign, and if you are the first tea seller, you are the first dancer on that with a billion users, and then it's somehow you'll get business.
Yeah, because everything is connected, because again it's a super app, right, kind of thing. So that would be crazy kind of thing. Okay, wow, I'm just like blown away. But if people were to advertise on say on TikTok, for example, do you recommend them starting their own channel and doing their own content and going for ads? What's your advice?
Do you have money? If you don't have money, you have to do your own. Okay, but if you do have money, you should target on the WeChat campaign so you can generate some leads.
So
if you have your own account, you have no leads. Okay, I'll show you later. At the later of this at the end of this PowerPoint, there will be the numbers.
Okay.
So
you also
go ahead.
Okay, you also mentioned that there was something that went between, that you can compare between, is it WeChat and Facebook, or something that went wrong? I can't remember which one it is. To talk about it.
Sorry. What went wrong? Oh, the conversion rate. So if, let's say, because I'm in the fitness industry, what we really rely on is, let's say I have 100 people walking to the studio having a free trial. Of course, I don't want them walk away. I'll drag their legs until they buy something. But not everybody is that mercy. So if people come in because of WeChat, the conversion rate is 70-80%. Yeah, but if it come by Facebook, it can be 5 to 10% because they just have too many choices on Facebook.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that's the conversion rate. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I will share with everybody example. If you're a restaurant in Singapore, when you want to manage your own TikTok channel, you should post sometimes in the morning. And then at lunchtime, people use a lot. You can see this paragraph, and then after 8 o'clock, people use people use this app a lot. It's the same for WeChat and TikTok as well. So, but if you're like selling leggings or just product or something you want to target overseas, it doesn't matter when you post it. So like somewhere in the world is 10 o'clock in the morning. So it doesn't matter. But if you're a very, very local business, you're relying on people go there, like a gym or something, this is the time you should post to make the most out of it.
Okay.
And so yeah, on the video, it's high activity, high frequency, and then people watch long time as well. So you get attention, interest, desire, and then action is the purchase. So end of the day, we want them to for the purchase. No point that they watch the video 100 times. So the most popular stuff on TikTok is clothes, and cosmetic, and food and beverage, and a household product. So those ones are pretty popular. And also you have to understand the competition is high as well. So this is a video. I'm not sure if you can hear it. I was interviewed by China Fit, and I said there is a formula for everybody. It's a very short video, like 10 seconds, and then I will explain.
You got to share the sound.
Okay, you can see that bit, the animal part. So basically, I was saying, if you're doing marketing research or you're doing marketing or business development, what you need to focus is. Okay, so when you're targeting people online, this is the formula you should follow. If I only have $100, I will spend $100 on women. And then if I have $200, and then I will spend some on children. And then just remember, women always bigger than children, and bigger than seniors, and bigger than pets, and then bigger than men. So men buy something for 10, 20 years, they don't change. So we don't target them. And then they don't do referrals either. When they they go to a nice restaurant, they maybe will recommend, but not many of them would. Like when the woman go to a nice gym with a hot trainer, the whole school mommies know that. So if you have limited marketing money, target women and children. Don't waste money on men.
Why do you target children though?
As a parent, you spend a lot of money on children, which you shouldn't.
Okay.
You're not supposed to as well.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah. So I spend on children a lot of money. Then I said, why did I spend that? But I'd rather not buy myself something, but I will buy children, and only target a woman like maybe between 30 to 45 years old, because the woman around that age, if they're married, they're in charge of the whole purchase of the whole household. Whatever the parents are buying, they're asking for the opinion. What the husband needs to buy, the woman has opinion. What's the children, and then what the maid is buying, everything is that. So that is a very a good age range to target.
Wow.
And it's crowded too, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So when people ask for the gym investment opportunity, they say, oh my gosh, there's so many gyms out there. And then do I still want to open one new? It's so competitive. I said, and I always tell them, go and buy some Kodak film. It's no competition there because there's no money, like, of course, if there's money, there's a huge of competition, of course. And then you think you're smartest ass out there, you have no competitor, you are doing one thing only on your own, you're dreaming. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So over 90% of user comment, but the question I have, I don't know how to create content. If you have that question. So 3E trilogy: educational, entertaining, and engaging. That's the 3 things you should do.
Oh wow!
So
how do you know what engaging is?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? If any marketing company tell you I'm gonna create a video like 100% will be very engaging and will 100% go viral, it's a scam. Nobody knows. So you just need to try.
Okay, got it.
You just need to try maybe 10, and then one of them gone viral. You if you ask any people who their video gone viral, say, have you thought of that? None of them say I've thought of that. Nobody knows.
True,
Right?
true.
So
Very
just keep on creating content that you're comfortable and you're happy with, and then if you realize, okay, I create like 1,000 of them, really nobody likes it, then maybe do something else, right?
Why
So and
do
then
you? Okay, why do you create a 15 seconds video instead of 60?
yeah, so when you create 60 seconds of video, it's too long. And example, like when I publish 15 seconds video, and then if people they will push to 100 people, okay, and then more than 60% of them watch more than 3 seconds, and then they will push to 1,000 people. More of them watch more than 5 seconds, they will push to 10,000 of them. If they all watch like more than 10 seconds of this video, they will push to 100,000. So for TikTok, it's very content driven. They wouldn't care you know how fast you post it or whatever. They will give you the pool of viewers if your content is right. So I will talk about the mistake we've made before
Yes.
with campaign later. Yeah, remind me that I will do
Okay.
that. So and then never create a video which is like maybe 6 or 7 seconds, because yes, 100% of them watch it through, but if they watch it through because it's too short or because they like it, so that you're confusing the algorithm. So but nobody will watch something they don't like more than 10 seconds or 15 seconds for sure.
Okay, so that means if you want to create content, go for the 15 seconds, make it above 10 seconds. Is it?
Yeah, 10,
10 to 15.
15, 20, less than 30. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So I just started TikTok. I'm not getting viewed, and then so you need to get 30% and higher engagement to get tier 2 engagement. So if your tier 1 is doing well, the ByteDance headquarter will give you more views. But if your first 100 is not doing well, and then the whole video is just shut, then there's no more views coming up. So the time you're posting is very important as well. We talk about the timing just now, and post trendy content. Of course, this is like, of course, I need to post trendy content. I'm not, let's say early last year, I posted about COVID-19. That's trendy, but not now anymore, right? So within the first half an hour to 1.5 hours, it will create curiosity and emotional and super entertaining, and then they will give you more algorithm. Sweet spot, 11 to 17 seconds. That's the time. Yeah, less than 11, hard for them to recognize you. Longer than 17, you lose people's attention. So
okay, got it.
Comment,
wow,
like, share
17 seconds. Huh?
Yeah, comments and shares and likes will boost your TikTok videos as well. So how many hashtags should I put? I've seen people put shitloads of hashtag, which is okay. Like usually you should put 2 to 4. 2 are the trending hashtag. Let's say we put 4. 2 are the trending hashtags which you can find inside the app. So in the app, they actually tell you which hashtags are very popular. You just choose from it. And then 2 more is your very niche. Let's say I'm doing F45. Of course, I just put F45 or HIIT training, something very niche. Easy for people to find your hashtag. If more than hashtag, okay, that would not do harm to you, but it wouldn't help you.
Okay.
So this is something. So if I click on fitness, it's 31 billion views. Right. So fitness challenge 1.4 billion. Oh, okay.
Wow.
This is high. How should I wait between posting different videos? Just keep on posting. The greatest post is you have not posted is the next post. So
wow.
do not delete your post at all. It's a lottery ticket. So don't throw away your lottery tickets. You don't even know you have won it or not. So sometimes
is there like a minimum number of posts you need to do per day? Just wondering.
I know the of course the more the better, but we don't have the time in the world, right? So do the best you can, and then don't drown yourself. And then because like if you put so much time and effort into it, you have expectation too. And then if that fail expectant, you'll be miserable. And then that feels like my friends who done the marathon, full marathon once, and he just don't want to run for 20 years. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So this is how a TikTok campaign looks like. The video preview, and then you click on the talking about the advertise. So we want to do TikTok for E43, and then actually the girls are wearing sports bra and leggings, which is totally respectable, but TikTok don't allow cleavage, so girls don't show your cleavage, and then your video get banned. So they actually bounce back, said too much cleavage. I said, okay, then basically we have to remove all the female pictures in the whole video and then replace with men. So that's how we got through this. Okay, and then
right. So that was the one that didn't work for you guys, is it?
Yeah, and then one more. I'll show you one more. Which didn't work. So we spend 2,000 Sing dollars, and then we get 700,000 impressions, and then we get maybe 500 leads, proper leads, and then we make good, it's confidential, but we make good sales on that. Just the thing is, like, it's just like how many guys you date, and then you just can't expect to marry all of them. But the more you date, the more you would know who's suitable for you or not, right? So then. So the round 2, and we say, oh my gosh, the first round only $2,000. We made so many good. We have so many good leads. It's fantastic. So we use the same video again, same wording again, and then after I register that for 2 days, my campaign money is not running. The money is not dropping. It's $2,000, still $2,000. So I called the HQ APAC director, and I said, what's going on? Why you're not consuming my ads? He says, okay, look, you use this video before. We are driven. We are video driven. It doesn't matter how much money you pay us. If you use the same video, we wouldn't burn your money. I said, okay, shit, we're gonna have to do the video again. So doing the TikTok campaign video is not easy. It's like we also learn a lesson. Like sometimes in the video we say, come on, let's do it. Time, like team training, life changing, something like that. We say, just come on, just 2 words in English. You have to do Chinese subtitle. So it's a lot of work.
Wow.
Okay, got it.
Without Chinese subtitle, they wouldn't do. And then without a new content, which they satisfy, they think it's good quality, they wouldn't do your advertising either.
Wow. So in that sense that they're really taking care of their community, right?
Correct. It's totally content driven. They will never show you the shitty advertise. So when you click on the advertise, when you click on TikTok app, there's never a shitty advertise coming up. But instead of on Facebook, you say the population, hi, my name is whatever. You see a shitloads of not very good quality advertise on Facebook, really.
True. And you also said that, is there a huge difference between Facebook and WeChat or TikTok? I think you mentioned earlier the difference between, or is that the conversion thing?
Yeah, it's a conversion thing. And then the most important I think I have to emphasize is it doesn't matter how much you know this client from Facebook, Instagram, you just do not know he or she can afford your product or not.
Right. Okay.
Right.
That is so powerful.
We've done. We also done rounds of advertise for the newest model for Ferrari in Singapore, and then my friend actually received that advertise on her WeChat moment as well. She said, see, it's not bloody accurate. I can't afford a Ferrari. Why? The advertise even in my feed. And I said, listen. What they want is when somebody rich driving the newest Ferrari model, people can recognize it and then say, wow. So you are just the wow person. To be honest, they never expect you to buy it.
That was on WeChat, is it?
That's on WeChat. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, we're running out of time. It is 9:23, so I'm gonna bring it to a close. I have some rapid fire questions for you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So are you ready? So if I'm new to TikTok, let's say, or WeChat, what are your top 3 tips for me to get started?
Top 3 tips: get started and get started and get started. and then just keep on posting, and then you don't expect the outcome way too soon, because it wouldn't be. But just remember, TikTok is free. You have nothing to lose. Your time is not that valuable. Just when you post on Facebook and Instagram, and paste on LinkedIn, and then paste on TikTok, and then do the same thing as well. It takes 2 seconds of your time. You never know which channel would work.
Right. Okay. So do it on TikTok and just cross post, right?
Just post on every single channel you can think of, and then post on WeChat Moment, and then post on TikTok as well. And then the more you post, and then when a new client to get into your channel, and then say, oh, you are actually a human being. You are posting something about your life, and then actually you have a track record. If I want to buy insurance from somebody, I would like to see she or he at least done it for 3 years, right? Not like 1 year, and then maybe he want to move on to another job as an admin or what. Then if I have an accident, I have nobody to chase to. So just keep on posting, let people know you, and then let them know what kind of background you have. You can't click with everybody. You only can click with the people who are similar with you. That's all.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And also the fact that you said your time is not that valuable. So perfect kind of thing. I love it. If I am already on TikTok, what's your advice to grow it further? Or maybe I'm stuck. What do I need to do to move to the next level?
Well, there's no cancer cure out there. If there is like a to-do list from 1 to 10, and then everybody's has gone to that level already. So just keep on trying, and then maybe one post will go viral. And then most important, you like look at what we're doing now. You, Aimin, and myself. This is what we love doing. People can see. Nobody has stupid on their forehead. You've got to have to do something you absolutely love and then have passion for, and on and on and on. And then, people driven for commission or whatever is very different from people driven from passion. So maybe your video not viral or not popular yet. Maybe you haven't even found your passion yet.
Right.
That's
okay. So this is
one.
very good, because it goes back to that energy, right, of those writers, right? Where you don't come from desperation. You got to come from doing what you love, and then it comes out. It just jumps out. That energy catches fire, right? And attracts and invites people. Love it. And what's the biggest mistake that you think people make when it comes to either both TikTok and WeChat, two separate things? What's the biggest mistake that people make?
Okay, for TikTok, people just not posting, and all of this social media is actually connected. People don't post because they don't want to get judged. I got bashed on LinkedIn as well. Then when I said like I've sold like 50 studios in Singapore, and then blah, 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 and then the comment will be like, she's bullshitting. There's not that many E43 in Singapore, and I said I was like, a jerk. It takes 6 months to 9 months to get renovation and get a studio up and coming. And then I was talking to my husband, and I say, why are people being so mean? Like they want to cyberbully people somewhere somehow. And then my husband said, if you're a housewife staying at home with 3 children and then not bothering anyone, nobody want to bash you, and then nobody want to bully you as well. But when you put yourself out there, people want to criticize you, you get paid for it. I say, yeah, absolutely right. Just remember, you whatever you get bullied means only people lower than you want to criticize you. Like Warren Buffett would never come to criticize me, please. Yeah. So don't worry about people judging you to start with. It's your life, and then you only live once, and then you are smarter today. No, I can't say you're smarter, but you have more energy. You are younger today than tomorrow. Just make the most out of every day.
Okay, got it. Such wise advice. What about WeChat? What's the biggest mistake that people do when it comes to WeChat?
They just don't. They just use WeChat as a WhatsApp, and then they don't want to. They don't want to spend. I I don't. Yeah, they don't want to spend time to explore, and they say, WeChat is for China. We don't have to. Our business is not in China. And I was like, look at Grab and look at Singapore Flyer. They need. If you want to make business with Chinese, this is the only way to go. Tell me another way. Just tell me another way. There's no other way to go. So maybe if you want your business to actually go in front of Chinese faces, sometimes that's a cliff you have to jump. So if you don't, and then you just, your business not that sustainable, or just focus on local. I always tell them, if a beautiful woman, not wearing much, walking in front of my husband, 10 of them walking in front of him every day, I'm pretty confident he will still stay with me. But how about 10,000 a day? Somewhere, somehow, he will like one of them. So your advertise is in English, and it's not sexy, and it's not creative, and not fun. And then your competitors is dressing so beautifully in front of your clients every day. You will go. Clients are not loyal. They don't have to be loyal to you to start with.
Yeah, because they're not married to you, right?
Correct. Even marriage, a 50% chance.
Yeah.
With children, with love, it still can fail. But how about somebody just a consumer?
Right. Okay, cool. All right, last question. What is next for you, Xiao Saunders?
Next for me?
Are you gonna go and start gambling? That's the immediate one. But in the next few years, what's next for you?
I have bad gambling luck. I will spend that money on a cocktail, something solid. My next is we have to jump into the WeChat channels. That I can see that one is coming up. Can be bigger and harder than TikTok, because WeChat is being here for 10 years, and there's 1 billion users, and then finally this short video app, mini WeChat app is working. So people can see. Example, on TikTok we don't have friends, but on WeChat, if Nina is my friend, I can see what kind of video she liked.
Yes.
And then so that's much more trustworthy. And then I can see what my ex-boyfriend is watching on WeChat as well. So great curiosity as well. So yeah.
Would they know I'm stalking on them?
Say again?
Would they know I've been stalking on them?
No, they wouldn't.
Okay, good job.
You liked on that video, so all your friends can see, unless you block them.
I see. Okay, got it. Well, Xiao, thank you so much. Today has been so mind-blowing. I'm like blown away. Thank you so much for spending time and sharing this with us. What's your biggest learning today? What about you guys? What are your biggest learning today? I'm like blown away. For me, it's like, number one, WeChat is like so crazy. It's like amazing and scary at the same time, but mostly amazing for me. I find that it's like everything that I watch films about, that you can immediately print and you can target that person. It's crazy. I love it. I did not know there was so many Chinese people in Singapore, that you could target. It's almost half the population. And there's 2 million in Malaysia as well that companies can target, sort of thing. And according to Haiti, her biggest learning is that she knows nothing. Yep. And I also learned that your time is not valuable. That's one. The 3E is for content is entertaining, educational, engaging. What else? Yeah. And your next post
could be the winning lottery ticket.
Yeah, that is powerful. Thank you. So many bite-sized content. Yeah.
I'm looking at this and said, I got to learn Mandarin, man.
Yeah, but we do WeChat accounts for in English as well. So we do in English, and then we do English Chinese in one article. So that would be really good for Malaysian market.
And another thing that I at the end of this, I was like, fuck San Francisco. You know what? I want to learn it for China.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, why do I need to learn from Silicon Valley? Because their AI is probably Neanderthal and Jurassic Park from the sound of it, kind of thing. And I love that. The other thing is, I did not know that the Chinese market has been scammed since they were 10. So that's, they don't trust anybody.
That was dramatic.
You gave me an insight into what works for you guys. It sounds like I would rather trust an app with a tick rather than a person, which is kind of true as well, So thank you so much for all that insight. It's been mind-blowing, and I love your honesty. You're hilarious. We love it. You're very popcorn. Definitely. And then we should start talking about what else we can talk to you about so we can have you next, kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, can a person get a tip on WeChat?
Say again?
Can a person get a tip? Can a person?
No,
get
company.
A tip?
Only company can get a tick.
Only company,
a person don't have Accra. You need Accra.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Xiao.
Thank you so much.
We hope you enjoy the rest of your crew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cruise,
it was so pleasant. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, awesome. I love it. I think everything from you and meeting your husband, everything up to WeChat and TikTok been a great time. So thank you so much. So just stay there. We're going to chat with you in a bit. We're going to close off. And let's quickly talk about what's happening next. So if you want to grow your authority and be like a LinkedIn influencer, which now I feel so small, it's no big deal. Come and join us in our Facebook group. It's called LinkedIn Authority, and we go live there every Monday. And we've got a secret training just for you coming up live on Monday, 8:30 p.m. Coming up next week on Just Langa, we have Andrew Stotts. I don't know how to pronounce this, but basically 6 ways to lose your money and 6 strategies to win it back. Also, what's interesting about him is he has his own podcast. And he started, I don't know whether he started his podcast during the pandemic, but definitely during the pandemic, he started a new business growing from, selling high net worth individuals with investments to starting a class and growing a community and doing coaching on how to get people to invest during difficult times. So, I'm very excited about that. Totally exciting. Thank you so much. We hope you had a really great session. Merdad Manzoor, thank you for joining us. I think that's my first time seeing you, but I do see you on my feed. So thank you for joining us. We hope that's been good for you. We'll see you same time next week, Thursday.
Yep. See you next week. Thank you, guys. Good night. Bye.
Bye.